Of you, and she did a good job. Said you're not going to give her a dime anymore. And I don't blame him. You know what he said? I'd rather leave everything to the church. And I don't blame him. I don't blame him if he wants to leave it to the church. Believe me. And now he's talking about moving to an apartment because he's tired of all of that. To have known that yards, the birds are eating all his grapes and all his ladric. Yeah, they eat no apple, the ladric. They take, that's why I told them take the tender, you know, the shower curtain, to put it on. He said that he got enough stuff over it now, but
okay, well.
Oh, Jesus.
So you have a good relationship now?
Yes. Yeah.
So when something good did come out of you going into the hospital?
Yeah, yeah, my brother and I are back together again. My brother and sister.
Since Don made me call him. Since Don made me call him.
Don did?
Yeah, Don made me call Sarah.
Thank you, Don. I love you, Don. You know I love you, baby. Thank you so much. You did a great deal. See, you're gonna be in heaven when you die, baby. You are, you know.
He's over there too.
Don't you dare die on me. You hear me, boy? You got to come and see me. I forgot about that. You got to come and see me so I can tell you all about my boyfriends and all the good stuff they did to me. Yeah. Okay, Don, baby. Oh, gee. He's gonna think, she's crazy, that woman is crazy.
He wants to know what you thought when I first asked you to start writing this book. Remember before I went away to Kentucky for summer?
You used to tell me all the time, Mother, every time I told a story to John Swan, I used to tell it to him a lot because he liked all the stories from the Germans.
You told them to my friends, too.
And to your friends, and to everybody that was coming here. Because they always ask me, how did you pull through the war? You know, so they asked me a certain question, and I had a little story to talk about certain things when they asked me. And I was talking, you said, Mother, why do you tell all those good stories to everybody? You know, it's true, I know, I can feel it's true, you told it so many times. Why don't you write it down? Just start writing them down. I said, Danny, I write them down, you saw me crying, telling the stories. Getting shaky and nervous, you remember? And the only way I could do it, I could shake and write. The only thing I could do is drink. And so you brought me some scotch. So I thought maybe I start writing. So I started writing few items, you know, few things that I remember when the Germans were there or things like that. Because I didn't think to start writing it since I remember when my daddy and I had a relationship 2.5 years of age. And I said, let me start putting it in there. Because I remember it. So I put it in. You see? And that's how and then I put in those few items that I wrote on the side. Later on. You know, when they were supposed to be there, the stories I was telling. I mean, there's true stories I was telling your friends and my friends. You know. So, let's do something. And so I started writing it. And you bought me more scotch. And I kept drinking and I keep writing it.
How could I buy you the scotch? I wasn't here when you wrote it.
Yeah, but you had me some scotch already. You had me some scotch. And I told you before you left that I needed some scotch, and you got me some scotch. And I had brand new scotch. You got me more when you came back. Because I started
But you stopped writing after I came back.
For a while,
Because
I didn't finish that.
No, I know you didn't.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
So
How did you feel during the time you were writing, when I wasn't here, when I was gone? How did you feel while you were writing it?
Well, I was feeling pretty good. Felt like crying a lot of the times about certain things and incidents that happened. But the Scotch kept me going. At least I wasn't shaking. Like certain things would make me shake just to tell it to you. So I kept on writing.
Weren't you? That's how I wrote down. Weren't you a school teacher for a while?
Yeah.
Didn't you teach children in Italy?
In Lucina-Part.
Because you never talked about that.
No,
when did you teach? After the men's college?
For a few months, Danny. For a few months.
After you graduated?
Yeah, in Lucina-Part.
Do you have any stories about during those few months? Did anything happen with the children? Or?
No, just the children. They were small.
What was your major? What did you teach? Anything in particular?
Danny, I wrote it down in the book. It's in the book.
What you taught?
I
don't remember reading
It's not much of anything, because I was just like...
You were a psychology major, weren't you?
A substitute.
Oh, okay.
Like a substitute. I was there temporarily. See, they didn't have jobs. No one says that they were going to find you a job. They couldn't find nobody a job. But they had this particular job to help with the children. Children they needed. But my age, when I was their age, nobody could go in a kindergarten or in a school like that.
Mm-hmm.
We couldn't even go to school till we were 6 years old. You could not go to a kindergarten. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Have some water. Anyway, there was an opening. I don't remember who to go there, but I went to apply, and they told me to start right away to help with the kids. Some kids were crying in school. They needed to be changed, fade, and that's all that needed to be done.
Oh,
You didn't have to teach anything,
no,
because see, I was there very, very short while. Because then I got me the job. What was I doing? With the Germans.
That's when you went to work for the Germans?
Yeah.
You know what story I would like for you to tell again?
Which one?
You've told us so many times.
Which one?
The story about where you worked with the prisoners in the basement.
Oh, Danny, I can remember putting the grapes in the lipstick.
Started before that. You went.
Well, Danny, the Germans from my hometown, the Panzers, they were Panzer. You know the Panzer? They were called them Panzer. Herman, that you saw the picture of Herman?
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the Panzer boys that was a good friend of Sergeant. He stole my bicycle. He hid my bicycle, remember? The picture was in the book yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
He was one of the boys. See, when I find out, when I got home from Prepoto that I was working there for the Germans, and I came home, okay, the Germans there, they collected me, they knew I was coming home. They were just waiting for me out there. Remember I told you that I couldn't speak a word of English, of German? Because I took 3 years of German in school, in college, okay? 3 years then. But school and grammar, it's two different stories.